Hey everyone, so this is just going to be a quick little overview of the entire Caliban wave. So personally, I think it's a fun wave. I definitely like it. They're my three, I guess four favorites out of the way that I feel like I'm happy to have is Jubilee is number one. I really like the yellow coat. She definitely replaced the Build-A-Figure that we got a while ago from Toys R Us. Second would probably be Gambit. I like the overall look of him and kind of how he's more kind of brought up more modernized. I guess I would say like more updated joints to where it's more smooth, more human-like. Where the old Toy Biz one I do have sentimental value towards, but those ball joints always still kind of bother me. Three is probably Forge. I like Forge just because of the fact that I did not have him in my collection. I never got the Hasbro one. I still plan on doing that, like I've said in the past. But it's cool to get another X-Men character that I did not have in my collection prior. And then the fourth one is definitely Beast. He's pretty a cool, big, chunky figure. He's different than the Toy Biz one. I love the Toy Biz one. Toy Biz one's still my favorite, just because of overall articulation and how I compose him and with the mouth moving. But they do have their own different looks. So the Beast from Toy Biz has actual blue eyes, whereas the Hasbro one has the white eyes. But it does kind of remind me of, in a way, the old Toy Biz figure from the 90s, like the old Toy Biz ones, the five, like the minimal articulated ones, just from the bright blue and just overall kind of sculpt of the face, the white eyes. It just reminds me of that figure. So that's why another reason why I do like him. Kind of, reminisces of like my childhood. And then probably it goes into Weapon X is probably my fifth choice, then Skullbuster, then Blink. Or maybe I would swap Weapon X with Skullbuster and put Weapon X after him, because I do like the way just the details on Skullbuster, and I just think it's a very interesting, cool looking figure. Caliban Build-A-Figure, not my favorite. I've had time to kind of goof around with him and just kind of look him over more. He's definitely not my favorite more recent Build-A-Figures that we've received. He's still cool. It's cool to get another X-Men villain to put on the shelf, but I just feel like the other Build-A-Figures that we've gotten, such as Wendigo, had a lot of cool detailing. Even I love the Kingpin. I think Kingpin looked great. So there's just, I don't know. I kind of wish they would have done maybe a Blob instead. I know a lot of people probably would love to see a new Blob Build-A-Figure if it's done right, just because the older Hasbro one is just so ridiculous in price that if you didn't get it early on, it's just, I don't know who would really want to spend that much money on that Build-A-Figure unless you just really wanted it. I totally get that. Not me to judge or anything. I'm just saying, in general, I feel like that figure is super expensive for what it is. So it'd just be cool to get an updated Blob, especially since we're getting Strong Guy. I'm hoping that's maybe Blob's in the works. Usually Hasbro's pretty good about doing that, where I can definitely tell they look over the market and see what figures may be really expensive and like they could just retool and redo. And they have been doing that. I feel like they did that with, Kingpin's one. The Face-Off Kingpin used to be pretty expensive. What was the other one? It's not coming to mind. I will think of it later, but I should always have my ducks in line. But anyway, I think it's a cool wave, good X-Men wave, not the best, but still has some key figures in here that are definitely worth getting. But in the end, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Definitely give me a follow on Instagram. I post a lot of pictures on there now, and it's easy to talk to me on there. All right, hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.